So Joe Biden has now gone around and done his things and his pardons that he's going to do for his presidency. And now that's over. And some of them have been outright, absolutely despicable. Now, we know he pardoned his son on 11 tax and weapons charges, but come on, we really knew that was going to happen. There's no question that was going to happen. We all saw that coming. But he has also granted clemency to some really, really bad people who should never have gotten it. Judge Michael Conahan. I don't know if you remember him. Remember back in 2011, he was convicted in the Kids for Cash scandal. Basically, he's a judge and he got kickbacks from a private prison to send juveniles to that prison, frequently for extremely minor things that really would not warrant having to give them to jail time, like stuff like vandalism. Like vandalism is not going to jail over. So he was basically getting paid off to send children to prisons for profit. And this went on for years. Like for years, he was getting this money. He was finally caught and he was finally convicted. And he had up to 4,000 juvenile convictions. Like 4,000 of them, of these convictions were overturned because of him, because how crooked he was. It discredited state judges, and they were ordered to pay up to $200 million to the victims. This guy destroyed the lives of young people. I say young, I mean like under 20. Like kids, like just ruining their lives by sending them to prison for like incredibly minor things. But once he was in prison long enough, it was like, oh, okay, it's COVID now, so we're going to send you to go live at your house under house arrest. And he was set to end his house arrest in 2026. And so what has happened? He's been let off scot-free by Biden. A lot of people are angry, especially one woman whose daughter committed suicide because of the conviction and the damage that it did to her life. And Biden just let the guy off. It's completely unacceptable and shows you just how completely corrupt a capitalist judiciary system is. I mean, you could not have any more of a perfect example of how capitalism, a private prison system, would completely and utterly take something that is supposed to be as sacred and blind as the justice system and twist it into a profit motive scheme, which would never have happened if they were government-run prisons like they are supposed to be. It's right there in everyone's face to see. He also pardoned Rita Crundwell. Now, she was a comptroller from a small city in Illinois she was a comptroller there. It was a small city, Dixon, about 16,000 people. And in 2012, she had the largest municipal fraud scheme in history. She stole $54 million from a city of only 16,000 people. So you can imagine just how much that is for a city that small, and the fact that this is the largest embezzlement in U.S. history. Like, they cannot find one that's bigger than this. She was sentenced to 20 years in prison, almost the maximum that you can get, although she was moved to house arrest during the pandemic, and has now also gotten a pardon by Joe Biden. Where's the outrage from the Democrats? Where's the outrage from liberals? Come on, certainly they were outraged that this happened, that this judge was basically selling children to a private prison, and they all denounced him. And now he's letting them off scot-free, and now they're all just twiddling their thumbs, pretending nothing's happening, being very, very quiet about it. Liberal media not really bringing it up at all, just letting it all kind of go away. And the conservative media ain't really all that loud about it either. They're just kind of looking the other way too. This is about defending the legal system, the so-called justice system. And let that speak to you what American justice really is. American justice is something that is for sale. It's not even so much that the rich get off scot-free because they have money, but the poor are deliberately targeted because it is profitable to target the poor. And then stand around and be so upset and so confused as to why people would be so happy that a insurance company CEO was murdered. Thank you for watching. If you like this program, then please head over to my Patreon page and set up a monthly donation. It's your donations that keep this program running. Also, if you would like, please rate, comment, subscribe, and share in various social media.